Coaching is an integral part of how we develop the emerging leaders in the network of undeniable blessing. One of the linchpins of starting off right is making sure that there's a clear agreement between the coach and the coachee. We establish this through the development of our coaching agreement, pretty simply named. In this, we set the parameters of our coaching relationship, discuss the various ways that are best able to keep the coach and coachee connected, setting together a basic pattern for a meeting, and clarifying some of the differences between the coach and the coachee that may perhaps lead to some misunderstanding, but also some great opportunities for mutual learning in the coaching process. Okay, let's have fun with that as we move into the future. And what I'd like us to do right now is take a minute to go over our coaching agreement together. Is that okay?
Okay.
You probably did it with Luke already, but I'm a different coach.
Yes.
So we're going to do it again.
Okay.
And I'm going to share a screen if I have it. Yes, I do have it. Okay. Having fun yet?
Having fun yet? Is that what you asked?
Are you having
Of
fun
course
yet?
I am.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. Well, by the way, I am too. I think you're brilliant. I was so glad I got to do your assessment. It's the first time we ever sat down for any real length of time. I love your heart. Praise. I love your mind. Your waters run deep. I love your compassion and care for other people. So I'm excited that I get to be your coach. I'm a little bit bummed that this sort of a switch halfway. It's almost not fair to you, but might win anyway. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm pretty much thinking we can only get together. I only have time to get together once a month.
That's understandable.
Is monthly okay for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Normally I prefer Zoom because like this, we can actually see each other and share documents and that kind of thing. But do you have another preference? I mean, like, do you prefer a phone call or would you prefer to drive to Sonora and meet in person? I'm good with either of those. What's your preference?
Video conferences are good as well. I enjoy those. I think those are it's convenient and easy to use.
Good. We've begun already to pray for each other. I covenant here on to pray for you regularly, in fact, daily. May I ask you to pray for me as well?
Absolutely. I can do that.
Thank you. And we will most certainly pray for one another during our meetings. Just to be clear, my good sister, friend, and partner, the primary goal of this coaching partnership is to successfully navigate toward competency in the outcomes expected of ordained pastors using the development plan as our roadmap. Is that cool?
Yes, it is cool. Understood.
Okay. We will maintain confidentiality. So what's discussed between you and me stays here, except for this. Understand that you're part of a network that's in place to support you in your journey. And I am required to give a summary of your progress to the Meg Chair, which is a little complicated in your situation because the Meg Chair is also your mom.
Yes.
Now, I promise, never share anything that is of a personal nature, but I will be sharing, you read this book, you read that book, this experience happened that gave you more confidence in this area, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So does that feel comfortable? Do you understand that not everything is private? And most of our conversation is exactly toward progress on ordination. So be aware of that.
Absolutely.
I expect you to maintain things I share in confidence as well. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
So I think I'm coaching your sister, Divine. So if I talk about her behind her back, you can't tell it.
I know that you won't, but yes,
I will never do that. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, there's some boundaries to be aware of. But we're both super busy. I know you're super busy. You know I'm super busy. So we'll try as much as possible to keep our appointments as we agree. I will do my very best. There are times when I may have to reschedule, and I understand there are times when you may have to reschedule. The best way to talk to me is by way of a text, like, Mark, we were scheduled for Friday, but I have these tests. I can't make it. Can we reschedule? Are you're okay with that? Just sending
I
a
am
text
okay with
to
that.
reschedule.
Yeah.
Is texting okay if I text you? Would that be viewed as okay, an adequate form of communication?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been texting. I think I have your correct number, which also means you have mine. Personal parameters. Serious personal problems are the purview of therapists, not coaching. While personable and friendly in the spirit of Christian fellowship, contacts or respect the focus of meeting and learning goals. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Although, if you feel like you need to go deep or anything, and I'm able to help, I'm happy to do that. But the main focus is the coaching relationship, and we'll keep it there. Although it's kind of cool that you're studying psychology anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited about that. Okay, but we will respect the focus of our meeting and learning goals.
Mm-hmm.
Cross-gender, I'll also add to this, cross-cultural boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So effective learning does occur between men and women. I learn from women all the time. But we agree to respect and ensure the professional nature of this relationship. So yeah, I'm just going to turn this off real quick and just almost talk face to face here on that.
Yes.
Please, I beg of you, if I say something that is inappropriate or hurtful or cutting, I promise from the bottom of my heart that I'm not meaning to be insensitive. I'm not meaning to in any way demean you as a woman. I'm not meaning in any way to make a comment that might be offensive for you as a woman of African descent, and of a generation much younger than I. Praise, I'm probably going to make some mistakes though. I'm going to do my best not to, but can you help me if I do cross those kinds of boundaries in an appropriate way? Can you just tell me? I promise.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And the same in the flip side as well. I know that I am of a younger generation looking up to the older, but I know that I am definitely still learning in my own perspective as well. And I would like for you to please help me understand better and correct me too if I make any influences or say anything that may demean in any way or disrespect in any way. The fact that you are in an older generation, Caucasian, and male, and any other respect as well. Um, Can you please be willing to please forgive me when I do those things and correct me as well?
100%. We share our hearts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And bless you for that. I really appreciate that. I'm quite confident I'm going to learn a lot from you, even as we're in this coaching relationship. So, well, okay. So I'm going to pull that back up again if I can find it. I think that was, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the final thing, um, it's possible. I don't think it will happen, but it's possible that we might become like oil and water. And oil is good and water is good, but sometimes they just don't get along. If you find that I'm not being an effective coach for you and you think it would be a good idea to find another one, I'm not offended. Awkwardly, the person you go to for that would be your mom because she's the Meg chair, and the Meg chair is responsible for assigning coaches to coachees. Likewise, if I find that you're not engaging with assignments or unable to make the meetings that we've set up on a regular basis, I mean, everybody has trouble sometimes. I promise, but I may find the same thing. I may just assume that I'm not an effective coach for you, and I might ask that you find another coach as well. So now I'm sharing that because both of us have the option to say it's not working and to start it going with another coach. Does that sound fair to you?
Yes, that does sound fair.
Okay. Well, then, with this understanding, I'm putting up my hand to shake. Do we have an agreement?
Yes, we do.